Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, or if this is your go-to place for all things related to technical, vocational education and training, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell icon so you never miss an update on the latest strategies and insights in technical and vocational education. In today's session, we will tackle something essential in the world of technical, vocational education and training: assessment methods. Understanding how skills are evaluated is crucial whether you're an educator, a trainer, or even a student. Assessment methods are the backbone of vocational education, ensuring learners acquire the necessary knowledge and demonstrate their competencies in real-world scenarios. Across the globe, there are many different ways to assess technical vocational skills, but today, we will focus on the 6 most widely used methods. These are the cornerstone of effective technical vocational skills evaluation, and while there are many other techniques out there, we'll be honing in on the most common ones you'll likely encounter in any vocational education program. So, why is proper assessment so important? Simply put, it's the key to validating that learners are truly ready to step into their chosen professions. It's not just about passing a test, it's about ensuring that individuals can perform, adapt, and excel in their roles while meeting the demands of today's industries. In this session, we will explore each of these methods in detail, breaking down how they work, why they're effective, and how they can be used to master the art of technical skills evaluation. Let's start with one of the most fundamental assessment methods in vocational education: practical demonstrations and observations. This method is all about hands-on skill assessments. It's where learners get to show what they can do, not just what they know. Whether welding a perfect seam, crafting a gourmet dish, or diagnosing a car engine issue, practical demonstrations are the go-to way to assess a learner's ability to perform specific tasks in real-world conditions. In a practical demonstration, the learner performs a task or a series of tasks in front of an assessor or instructor. This isn't just about going through the motions. It's about demonstrating proficiency, precision, and understanding. The role of the instructor here is crucial. They're not just watching, they are observing every detail, from technique and safety practices to problem solving and efficiency. The instructor's observations during these demonstrations are vital in determining whether the learner has truly mastered the skill. Let's look at some examples across various fields. For instance, a learner might be asked to weld 2 pieces of metal together using a specific welding technique. The instructor will be watching closely to see how well the learner handles the equipment, follows safety protocols, and, ultimately, the quality of the weld itself. In culinary arts, a learner might be tasked with preparing a complex dish, where the instructor observes everything from knife skills to time management and final presentation. In the automotive field, a learner might be required to troubleshoot and repair a car engine, with the instructor noting how accurately and efficiently they diagnose and fix the issue. One of the biggest advantages of practical demonstrations and observations is that they provide a direct, real-time assessment of a learner's capabilities. There's no hiding behind theory here. If learners can perform the task, they pass. This method also allows for immediate feedback, which is invaluable for learning and improvement. However, there are some challenges as well. Practical demonstrations can be time-consuming, especially if you're assessing a large group of learners. They also require access to the appropriate equipment and facilities, which can be costly and logistically challenging. Moreover, the effectiveness of this method heavily relies on the assessor's expertise and ability to observe and evaluate objectively. In summary, practical demonstrations and observations are indispensable for assessing hands-on skills in vocational education. They offer a clear, direct measure of a learner's ability to perform tasks to industry standards, making them an essential component of technical skills evaluation. Next, let's discuss an assessment method that provides a solid view of a learner's skills and achievements: the portfolio of evidence. Unlike a single test or demonstration, a portfolio-based evaluation showcases a learner's work over time. It's a curated collection that tells a story of their growth, proficiency, and mastery in their chosen field. So, what exactly goes into a portfolio of evidence? Typically, it includes various materials that demonstrate the learner's competence. This might include work samples such as a detailed project report, a design blueprint, or a finished product. In more hands-on fields, photos or videos of their work can be incredibly valuable, offering a visual record of their capabilities, whether a series of photographs showing the stages of a construction project, or a video demonstration of a complex technical process. However, a portfolio is much more than just a collection of work. It's not about gathering random evidence. It's about carefully selecting and organizing evidence to highlight specific competencies and achievements. A well-constructed portfolio demonstrates not just what a learner has done, but how they've progressed and how their skills align with industry standards. It provides context, reflection, and, often, a narrative that ties together their learning journey. Now, let's talk about the benefits. For students, a portfolio is a valuable tool for self-reflection and self-assessment. It encourages them to take ownership of their learning and critically evaluate their work. It's also a tangible asset that they can present to potential employers, showcasing their qualifications, practical experience, and work quality. A portfolio offers employers a deeper insight into a candidate's abilities than a traditional CV or a single test. It allows them to see real examples of the candidate's work, understand their thought process, and assess their potential fit for the role. It's a window into how candidates apply their knowledge and skills in real-world situations, which is invaluable when making hiring decisions. In summary, the portfolio of evidence is a dynamic and flexible assessment method that benefits both learners and employers. It's a detailed showcase of skills that provides a picture of a learner's abilities and readiness to meet workplace demands. Now, let's move on to a challenging and incredibly rewarding method, project-based assessment. This approach is all about integrating multiple skills and knowledge areas into a single, detailed task. It's where learners apply everything they've learned to solve real-world problems or complete complex projects. In project-based assessments, learners are typically given a brief or a problem to solve that mirrors what they might encounter in the workplace. This isn't just about ticking off a list of tasks. It's about synthesizing knowledge, demonstrating creativity, and applying critical thinking to deliver a final product or solution. The beauty of this method is that it closely mimics the kind of work learners will be doing in their careers, making it an incredibly effective way to assess their readiness for the job market. What makes project-based assessments so valuable is their ability to integrate multiple skills and knowledge areas. For example, a project in the field of construction might require learners to apply their knowledge of materials, structural principles, and safety regulations while also demonstrating project management and teamwork skills. In culinary arts, a project could involve planning and executing a full-course meal, requiring learners to manage time, resources, and team coordination while demonstrating their culinary techniques. The real-world application of project-based assessments is what truly sets them apart. These projects are not just academic exercises. They are practical challenges that require learners to think critically and solve problems just as they would in their professional lives. This not only tests their technical abilities but also their decision-making, adaptability, and ability to work under pressure. Let's look at some examples across different occupational fields. In the automotive industry, a project might involve diagnosing and repairing a complex mechanical issue in a vehicle, integrating electronics, mechanics, and diagnostic skills. In fashion design, a project might involve creating a new clothing line, requiring learners to apply their knowledge of textiles, design principles, and market trends while also managing the production process. The biggest advantage of project-based assessments is that they provide a holistic evaluation of a learner's abilities. They're not just testing isolated skills but are assessing how learners can combine and apply their knowledge in real-world situations. This makes it a highly effective method for preparing students for the demands of the workplace. However, it's also worth noting that these assessments can be resource-intensive, requiring significant time and effort from learners and instructors. They also demand a high level of organization and clarity in assessment criteria to ensure that all relevant skills and knowledge areas are effectively evaluated. In conclusion, project-based assessments are a powerful tool in vocational education, offering a deep and integrated evaluation of a learner's competencies. They prepare students for the complexities of the workplace by challenging them to apply their skills and knowledge in real-world scenarios. Let's explore an assessment method that brings learning to life: simulations and role-playing. This dynamic approach places learners in realistic yet controlled scenarios, where they must apply their skills and knowledge to navigate situations they'll likely encounter in the real world. It's about recreating the pressures and challenges of the workplace in a safe environment where learners can make mistakes, learn from them, and improve. Simulation-based assessments are particularly valuable in industries where real-world practice might be risky, costly, or logistically challenging. For example, simulations are widely used in healthcare to train and assess skills in critical situations like emergency response, surgical procedures, or patient care. In these scenarios, learners might work with high-fidelity mannequins or virtual reality setups replicating human responses and medical conditions. Similarly, in the hospitality industry, role-playing might be used to assess how a learner handles customer service challenges, such as resolving complaints or managing a busy event. One of the key advantages of simulations and role-playing is their ability to provide an immersive learning experience. By placing learners in scenarios that closely mimic real-life situations, these assessments test technical skills and soft skills like communication, decision-making, and teamwork. A major benefit is the opportunity for immediate feedback. Because instructors or peers often monitor these assessments, learners can receive real-time input on their performance, helping them quickly identify improvement areas. This immediate feedback loop is crucial for refining skills and building confidence before learners transition into real-world roles. However, simulations and role-playing also come with their own set of challenges. One of the biggest is the need for specialized equipment or technology, which can be expensive and require significant setup and maintenance. For example, high-fidelity medical simulations can be incredibly costly in terms of the equipment and the training required to use it effectively. Additionally, creating realistic scenarios that accurately reflect the complexity of real-world situations requires careful planning and expertise. Another challenge is ensuring that the simulated environment truly mirrors real-world conditions. While simulations can be incredibly detailed, they can never fully replicate the unpredictability of actual work settings. Therefore, it's important to use simulations as a complement to, rather than a replacement for, real-world experience. In conclusion, simulations and role-playing are powerful tools in vocational education, offering an engaging and effective way to assess technical and soft skills in a controlled environment. While they require substantial resources and careful implementation, their benefits in preparing learners for real-world challenges are well worth the investment. Now, let's turn our attention to a more traditional yet equally important assessment method in vocational education: written exams and theory tests. While technical skills are at the heart of vocational education, theoretical knowledge forms the foundation for these skills. Without a solid understanding of the underlying principles, even the most skilled practitioners can struggle to apply their abilities effectively and safely in the workplace. In vocational education, written exams and theory tests play a crucial role in ensuring learners deeply understand concepts, procedures, and safety regulations. These assessments evaluate a learner's grasp of the theoretical knowledge that is essential for informed decision-making, problem-solving, and adherence to industry standards. Whether understanding the principles of electrical circuitry and engineering, the science behind culinary techniques, or the regulations governing workplace safety, theory enables learners to apply their skills confidently and competently. Balancing theory and practice in assessment is key. Vocational education assessment is generally between 30% to 40% theory and 70% to 60% practical, depending on the subject area. While hands-on skills are critical, theory tests ensure that students do not just perform tasks by rote learning, but truly understand the why behind what they're doing. This balance helps to create well-rounded professionals who can execute tasks and troubleshoot, innovate, and adapt to new situations in their careers. Different types of written assessments can be used to evaluate theoretical knowledge. The most common are traditional multiple-choice tests, which are effective for assessing a broad range of knowledge in a relatively short amount of time. They're particularly useful for testing factual recall and understanding of key concepts. For more in-depth assessment, short answer questions or essay-based tests can be employed. These require learners to articulate their understanding in more detail, often demonstrating their ability to apply theoretical knowledge to hypothetical scenarios. For example, in healthcare, an essay question might ask a learner to explain the rationale behind a specific treatment plan, considering the patient's condition and medical history. In some cases, written assessments might also include problem-solving tasks, where learners must use their theoretical knowledge to resolve complex issues. This type of assessment is particularly valuable in fields like engineering or IT, where the ability to approach and solve problems logically is as important as hands-on skills. The main advantage of written exams and theory tests is that they provide a structured assessment of a learner's knowledge base. They ensure that learners have a strong theoretical foundation, which is essential for effective practice in any technical field. However, it's important to remember that theory tests should complement, not replace, practical assessments. The best vocational education programs integrate both, ensuring that learners are knowledgeable and capable of applying that knowledge in real-world situations. In summary, written exams and theory tests are indispensable in vocational education for evaluating the theoretical knowledge that supports practical skills. They help balance the equation, ensuring learners are well prepared to apply their skills thoughtfully and effectively in their chosen professions. Finally, let's talk about one of the most direct and impactful assessment methods in vocational education, on-the-job assessment. This approach is all about evaluating learners in real work environments, where they apply their skills and knowledge directly on the job. It's the ultimate test of whether learners can enter the workforce and perform effectively in their chosen field. On-the-job assessments are a core component of work-based learning, which includes apprenticeships, internships, and other forms of hands-on training. Unlike classroom-based assessments, these evaluations occur in the actual work setting, where learners are assessed on their ability to perform tasks to industry standards under real-world conditions. In apprenticeships, learners spend a significant portion of their training working alongside experienced professionals, gradually taking on more responsibilities as they build their skills. Their performance is monitored and evaluated by their mentors or supervisors, who provide feedback on everything from technical proficiency to work ethic and collaboration. The assessment might include specific tasks that must be completed to a certain standard, ongoing performance evaluations, and sometimes even formal assessments like a final review or a practical exam conducted at the workplace. Internships offer a similar structure, though they are often shorter in duration. Here, learners are assessed based on their ability to integrate into a team, complete assigned projects, and demonstrate initiative and problem-solving skills in a professional environment. The assessment methods can vary but often include regular feedback sessions, performance appraisals, and a final evaluation summarizing the learner's progress and readiness for full-time employment. One of the biggest benefits of on-the-job assessment is its ability to foster real-world skill development. Learners are not just practicing in a simulated environment. They are working in actual roles, dealing with real challenges, and gaining first-hand experience working in their industry. This exposure is invaluable, as it helps learners develop the soft skills, like communication, teamwork, and adaptability, that are essential in any job. It also gives them a realistic understanding of workplace dynamics, including time management, professional conduct, and meeting deadlines and quality standards. For employers, on-the-job assessment provides a clear and immediate way to gauge a learner's potential as a future employee. It allows them to see how well the learner adapts to their specific work environment, how they handle the job pressures, and how quickly they can learn and apply new skills. This not only aids in the learner's development but also serves as a trial period for both parties to assess long-term fit. However, one challenge of on-the-job assessment is ensuring consistency and fairness in evaluation, as work environments can vary significantly. Employers and training organizations need to have clear criteria and standards to ensure that all learners are assessed equitably, regardless of their specific workplace. In conclusion, on-the-job assessment is a powerful tool for bridging the gap between education and employment. It allows learners to hone their skills in a real-world setting, while also giving employers valuable insight into their future workforce. It's the ultimate test of a learner's readiness to enter the professional world and thrive in their chosen career. As we wrap up today's session, let's take a moment to recap the key assessment methods we've covered. We started with practical demonstrations and observations, where learners showcased their hands-on skills in real time. Then, we explored the portfolio of evidence, highlighting a learner's growth and achievements over time. We delved into project-based assessment, where learners integrate multiple skills to solve real-world problems. After that, we looked at simulations and role-playing, which provide a safe environment to practice and assess critical scenarios. We also discussed written exams and theory tests, which ensure a solid foundation of theoretical knowledge. Finally, we examined on-the-job assessment, where learners are evaluated directly in the workplace, bridging the gap between training and employment. Each method plays a crucial role in vocational education, and the key to effective assessment lies in combining them. No single method can fully capture a learner's abilities and readiness for the workforce. By integrating different types of assessments, we can ensure a well-rounded evaluation that covers theory and practice, technical skills and soft skills, individual performance, and teamwork. Looking ahead, the future of vocational education assessment is likely to be shaped by emerging trends such as digitalization, personalized learning, and the increasing use of technology. We're already seeing the rise of virtual reality and AI-powered simulations, which offer new ways to assess skills in highly realistic environments. As the world of work continues to evolve, so will our approaches to assessing and validating the competencies of tomorrow's workforce. So, whether you're an educator, a student, or an industry professional, staying informed about these trends and understanding the importance of diverse assessment methods is key to ensuring that we continue to meet the needs of learners and employers alike. Thank you for joining me in this dive into essential assessment methods in vocational education. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you never miss out on the latest insights and strategies in vocational education. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to comment below. Until next time, keep learning and stay skilled.